We're a progressive turnout project, so we're a new PAC we started this year. We started because we thought that campaigns weren't investing enough in voter turnout. So the vast majority of money in politics is spent on persuasion. And we don't focus on persuasion, we focus on turnout. And the things that would make you want to vote for one candidate or another are like really not the same things that would make you vote. Democrats obviously have this problem where in the on year, in the presidential year, we have really high voter turnout. And then in the off year, like 2014 or 2010, there's really low voter turnout. Most of those dropout voters are Democrats. So they're young people, minorities, low-income people. And so what we wanted to do was figure out kind of who those people were and how we can invest in turning them out every year. I think younger voters specifically don't vote very much for a lot of the reasons that all the people in that group don't vote very much. They're more transient, so it's tough to like register them and follow up with them and be communicating with them effectively because they're moving around a lot. And then I think there's another maybe like bigger, more ideological reason, which is that young people feel less connected to institutions. You know, like the people that vote the most are older, wealthy white people. And I think that's because institutions really reflect them. You know, there's a lot of like older, wealthy white people running for office, and a lot of people like that, you know, they know people that work in government and they know people that run for office, and it feels like something that affects them, that impacts them. And for people that are much more distant from government and from government institutions, I think it's hard to feel connected to politics. I find it both sad and surprising that most people feel so disempowered because there's really a lot that you can do, especially young people. It's really like a young person's world in some ways. You know, the question of like, does everyone's individual vote matter? I think there's like a really cynical and like accurate argument to be made that like, you know, no one's going to be the one deciding vote. But I think of voting as like an important part of like living in your country and like being a citizen and being like a participating member of your community.